There's a lot of fluff online when it comes to cold email copywriting. People claiming that they get 45% reply rates or book 20 calls in a single day with absolutely zero proof at all. Meanwhile, we've helped some of our clients generate over $270,000 in revenue in just 8 months using cold email alone. So let me show you what actually works and how you can use AI to write cold emails in just 3 simple steps. And make sure you stick around till the end of the video because step number 3 is one that almost everyone gets wrong and it's costing you crucial replies. Let's get right into it. So here's how you can write killer cold emails with AI. So we'll get right into it with the first foundation. Now this first foundation literally helped my client land $270,000 worth of deals. You can see all the screenshots here and you can see.
Working with you, we've gotten such a consistent lead flow. We've gotten so many opportunities and incredible clients. I can't even count how many clients that we've gotten directly from your efforts.
So if you nail this correctly, you will literally get thousands and thousands of dollars worth of calls booked. And let me show you how this works. So basically the first foundation is to build a precision prospecting list. You see, the more specific you are and the more precise you are, the easier it is to write your emails and convey your offer. So for example, let's say your offer is, personal training, right? Well, if you do personal training, you can technically do personal training for anyone. And so when you build a list of your ideal customers, it can just be anybody, right? And let's say you value it at $997. But if you do, let's say, personal training for girls, it could be $1,997 because it's more specific. You're targeting a more specific market. Or let's say you go even more specific in terms of your offer and your targeting. Let's say you do personal training for moms postpartum. You can make that $2,997 because it's very, very, very specific. You're only working with a specific niche market, and so because of that, your offer just stands out like a sore thumb. Rather than just doing personal training, you can say specifically, I only work with postpartum moms, and I only do personal training for postpartum moms. And when you do this, your offer becomes so much more valuable because you only work with one specific type of person. And so what you need to do with this first foundation is to build a precision prospecting list. So you have to think in terms of job titles, company headcount, geography, technology, and industry. And you want to write all of this down, and you need at least 5,000 to 7,000 people that match that criteria. And so you want to write all of that down. Now, actually building this list is pretty simple. We want to use a tool called Apollo.io. So you basically want to input all of the stuff that you got from this above. All of the stuff that you got from this above into Apollo.io, and in here you can basically just put all the people that you want to target. So you can see here, I'm targeting people who are CMOs in Canada with 1,100 employees in the marketing agency niche, and I have that laid out for me here so that I can just scrape it. And by the way, you do not need a paid Apollo account. You just make a free account and you just use exportapollo.co. You input the Apollo link in there and it will give you all these leads pretty much for pretty cheap, right? And so pretty much for this first foundation, you want to build a precision prospecting list. Think in terms of all of these filters here above, and then input it on the Apollo and build that lead list of your ideal customers. Again, the more specific you are, like I mentioned here, the easier it is to write your cold email and the easier it is that your offer stands out because nobody else, because since you only help one specific type of avatar, people are more inclined to work with you. So that's the first step. Now, the second foundation, if you learn the fundamentals of this, you will get consistent leads. So you can see here, this is a client that we worked with for about almost 2 years now, and they were closing deals on August 10th, 2023, and still, from May 8th, 2025, they're still like, hey, Arnie, we just got a sale for one of your leads. And so they've consistently booked calls with cold emails for over 2 years, and they're still closing deals with cold emails with over 2 years. So if you can learn the fundamentals of this step that I'm going to show you, of this foundation, you will consistently, always, no matter what algorithm change, book calls. So let me show you what exactly this is, right? And pretty much is what I like to call the golden offer. So once you've built a precision prospecting list, your goal is to now do as much market research as possible about your lead list or your ICP to create an offer. So I want you to input this ChatGPT prompt. You can just screenshot this video and put it into ChatGPT. And essentially, where I have all of this here, you just want to replace with whatever you're doing. So website is obviously your website, service or product is whatever your offerings you have, and ICP is obviously whoever you're targeting. But basically, take all this, put it in ChatGPT and fill in the holes for wherever you have, and essentially you'll get a massive list like this, right? ChatGPT will be like, oh, here's this, here's this, here's this, here's this. And the point of doing all this is, you can see here, I'm asking ChatGPT, what is specific end result that your ideal customers might get when working with you. And so you can use this for a offer. Potential unique advantages, it could be your unique selling point. Pain points, again, we're getting all of this market research here, and you can use this in your cold emails. And by the way, if you ask it for number four, you can ask ChatGPT to make number 4 granular and specific, because obviously increased revenue, let's say for this example here, what does that even mean? Like, how much increased revenue? By what percentage? How fast, right? So if you can ask ChatGPT to make number 4 granular and specific. So pretty much all you want to do now for this golden offer is just take this prompt, put it in ChatGPT, put your stuff in there, and it should give you a whole thing. And we're going to use this to create what I like to call the golden offer. So now you want to take everything you got from the last step and format it into a cold email script like this. So the first line, you want to call out the problem. You want to have an offer, case study, and call to action. You want to come up with 2 to 3 variants of this above, like 2 to 3 different types of offers, and maybe a first line problem. And just like that, you have a banger script and banger offer. Obviously follow the basic rules such as 7th grade reading level, 75 words or less, no links or images. But all you have to do is literally pretty simple. Just take this, right? This can be your pain for the first line, and then this can be your offer, and then plug and play a case study and a CTA. That is it. This step is very simple because all you have to do is just use ChatGPT, do as much market research as possible, and you'll be fine. And now you might be like, all right, well, that's cool, but I don't know, what are some CTAs that work? Like, I don't, like, you've helped me fill in the blanks for this and this. I can do the case study by myself, but what are some CTAs that can work? Don't worry, because I got you, because inside of my school community, I have a free guide, which is pretty much 4 cold email CTAs that's responsible for over $1 million in pipeline that you can use right now to book calls. Again, it's inside of my school community. Click the link below, join the school community, and you'll get this guide completely for free. So that is it for the golden offer. Now, finally, once you have that fundamental down as well, we're going to go to Foundation 3. Now, Foundation 3 is pretty much, if it's load, it's pretty much the cherry on top to help you stand out. So, for example, look at these basically stats for this client here, where he's getting really good response rate, really good positive reply rates. And this is primarily because we are using this third foundation to stand out. And you can see here, he's like, hey, I asked him, like, hey, yo, have we closed anybody yet? And he just said, this person should be a go, this person gave me a verbal green light, this person wants to move forward, and boom. So he's in the midst of closing 3 deals, and look at these positive reply rates, and look at these reply rates. Incredible. So let me show you what Foundation 3 actually is, and it is AI personalization. Now, everybody harps on personalization and stuff, but nobody actually goes into what this actually means. And with AI personalization, you want to make it relevant. You don't want to do generic. And so let's say you have a recruiting offer, right? A generic personalization would be like, hey, I saw you went to X college. Now, again, this can help, but not really the best. A generic but good AI personalization would be like, hey, I saw you're hiring for a role. So this one is better because obviously it's related to your offer, but it's still like, it's okay. You could do better. But a very relevant AI personalization would be, hey, when you're searching for a role, whatever role they're hiring for, I'm sure you run into pain. So you see how very specific and relevant it is, because it goes from, hey, I saw you went to X college to, yeah, I know you're looking for this role, but I know when you're looking for this type of role, you're looking for blah, 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 right? Maybe you have to interview thousands of candidates, or they have to have one technical skill. Whatever your offer may be, this is just for recruiting, but you have, basically what I'm trying to say here is you have to make it relevant. That's the best way to put it. Generic, or this relevant personalization will always beat out this very generic personalization. And so if you tie in the AI personalization into your offer, you will pretty much book calls. Like these stats here, the reason why we have this high of a positive reply percentages and this high reply percentages is because we tied in AI personalization into our offer. So you can see here, essentially this client has a video offer, and we're pretty much saying, hey, name, I saw the review from this person. It's clear you helped her, but I couldn't find anything that shows what the patient experience is truly like, especially for something like counseling. We help mental health teams turn these client stories into videos. See, so our offer is videos, but then we're tying in the fact that, hey, you have this review, but you haven't made a video about this review. We can help you make a video about this review. And so this is very, very relevant and specific. And again, you can take the script if you have a video offer, by the way. But this is very, very relevant and specific because they have a review that they're not maximizing, and we're basically saying, hey, we can help you turn that review into a video, right? So this is extremely relevant and specific, and we're using AI. So you see, I hope you're starting to get my point. This is very powerful, and that's how we've gotten this many amount of positive replies. So pretty much how to do this for your golden offer is pretty simple. You want to take a look at your offer and the pain points your target market faces, whether it be recruiting, whether it be video, whatever it may be, and see if there's anything you can call out from their site that you can tie it to, right? You can also go to their LinkedIn or recent company news and try to see if there's anything on their site, their LinkedIn, their company news, whatever it may be, and tie in the AI personalization into whatever you're offering. You have to get creative here, and again, I can't give you like exact specifics, but I can give you examples of what we used before. So we've pulled testimonials, we found people's competitors, we found the highest ticket service that they offer, and so much more. Like, these are just examples, but you have to get creative, you have to think outside the box. But if you can do this, and if you find something that works really well with your offer, I promise you, you will print so many calls. And again, if you can do this, you will stand out like a sore thumb, and the prospect will have no other choice but to answer. So that's how you do it for your golden offer. So ladies and gentlemen, it's pretty simple. For cold email copywriting, you want to build a persistent prospecting list, create a golden offer, and then AI personalize it based off of your ICP's pains and your offer, and you should be golden. So if you want similar results and you want 10 to 20 calls booked a month, all done for you, pretty much this entire process done for you, click the link below and you can book a time to chat with me and my team. Here's us helping Deepak generate $270,000 in 8 months. We also helped Renee from First Rank Digital book 60 meetings and sign 10 new clients. We also helped Magazine Film book 25 meetings and close 3 new deals with this. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you on the next one. Peace out.